In the heart of a bustling city stood a small, unassuming clock shop. It was a place people rarely notice, tucked between a coffee shop and a laundromat. The shop belonged to an elderly man named Mr. Felix. With silver hair and kind, weathered eyes, Felix was known for his remarkable skill in repairing clocks. Despite his talent, Felix led a solitary life. Every day, he would sit behind his workbench, surrounded by ticking timepieces, carefully fixing each one. His shop was filled with clocks of all shapes and sizes, grandfather clocks, pocket watches, and ornate wall clocks. But there was one clock he never touched. It was a magnificent antique, with intricate carvings and golden hands. It sat on a shelf behind Felix, silent and still. Whenever anyone asked about it, Felix would smile faintly and say, "That clock has a story of its own." One rainy afternoon, a young journalist named Emily stepped into the shop. She was working on a feature about forgotten trades and had heard about the city's mysterious clockmaker. "Mr. Felix," Emily began, "I'm writing a story about craftsmen like you. May I ask about your life and your work?" Felix nodded, gesturing for her to sit. As the rain pattered against the windows, he began to share his tale. "Many years ago," he said, "I was not a clockmaker. I was a traveler, chasing adventure across the world. In my journeys, I came across a small village in the Swiss Alps. There, I met an old clockmaker who took me under his wing. He taught me the art of crafting and repairing clocks, but more importantly, he taught me about time." "Time?" Emily asked, intrigued. Felix smiled. "Yes, he told me something I'll never forget. Time is the most precious gift we have. It slips through our fingers if we're not careful." I didn't fully understand him then, but I would soon. He glanced at the antique clock behind him. "That clock belonged to the love of my life, Clara. We met in that village, and she became my world. We planned a life together, but I was young and restless. I wanted to see more of the world, and I thought there would always be time for us later." Felix's voice grew softer. "I promised Clara I would return." But days turned into weeks and weeks into years. When I finally came back, she was gone. The villagers told me she had waited for me, but time had taken her. She left behind that clock as a reminder of the moments we lost. Emily felt a lump in her throat. "Why haven't you fixed it?" "Because," Felix said, "it's not broken. It stopped the moment Clara passed away. For me, it serves as a reminder to cherish the time we have with the people we love." As the rain subsided, Emily left the shop, carrying Felix's story with her. She wrote her article, but it became more than just a feature about craftsmen. It became a lesson about life, love, and the fleeting nature of time. The story touched countless lives, and Felix's little shop became a place of pilgrimage for those seeking wisdom. Though Felix never sought fame, his tale reminded the world of a simple truth. Time waits for no one. Life is short and time is precious. Don't let it slip away. Take a moment today to tell someone you love them, pursue your dreams, or simply appreciate the present.